Okay, hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 2 p.m. on June 1st, 2020, and a lot more clouds than I expected today. A lot of stratocumulus clouds just popped up pretty quickly, and then we have fairly cloudy skies with some breaks of sun across the area. I was expecting a mostly sunny day today, but that did not happen. So we're going to look at a couple of observations here. The Central Park's reporting 63. Really, that's cool. 65 at Farmingdale. Very windy too. Northwest wind at 14, gusting to 21. It seems like there's like a little trough moving through or something. Something stirring up the winds out there today. Now I do want to go over the climate reports from. Let's see if they put a link down here. Probably not. Nope. All right. So I'll have to go to the climate local past weather, and we'll just take a look and see what the climate reports for a couple of stations are. We'll start off with iSlip, and that's the monthly weather summary for iSlip. Let's see. Oh, well, that's the old one. All right, so maybe they don't have the full monthly summary yet. So I guess we will do it in the next weather update then. I guess we'll just do it in the next weather update. We got enough to talk about in this one, I guess. Yesterday was very nice. We had mostly sunny skies until the afternoon. We had a few clouds move in, but it was sunnier than today. Um, and I went around Lake Ronkonkoma, so it was really nice. So we have temperatures right now in the mid 60s across the area. You can see the wind gusts uh, and low dew points. You see dew points in the 30s, so very low dew points. Now with this wind, is that a sea breeze? It looks like some of the stations out in Suffolk County are reporting a sea breeze. I can't believe it. Even with this strong gradient wind, that there is a sea breeze going on parts of at least the east end, which is kind of surprising. I wonder if we're seeing it on the south shore of Nassau County. Yeah, we're starting to see a sea breeze on the south shore. That is really interesting that there's a sea breeze with such a strong gradient wind blowing. That's quite unusual to see. But you can't have that, I guess. Uh, and hopefully we'll have that when things start heating up because we're going to have to talk about that. Um, so it looks fairly comfortable across the area today, comfortable day. Let's look at the 6 to 10 day outlook, and you'll see here in the Climate Prediction Center that they have us in the above normal. Not the core of the above normal, but we'll be in part of it. And the 8 to 14 day is not quite as above normal. Uh, Precipitation, oh yeah, it's on the right, below normal. So something to keep in mind with the precipitation. Uh, I guess we'll go look at the models and see what is coming our way. Uh, Got this big, beautiful high over us. Oh yeah, there's something tropical down there. We're gonna have to talk about that too. Well, let me see if the NHC has. I think they said that there's some talk of some tropical activity. Yep, there is. There is a 90% chance that this thing here is going to form something off. This is off the coast of Yucatan. So that's what we're seeing down here. Um, so let's go look at the upper air. I guess we're going to start with that. So let's go look at the 500 height anomaly so we can see where the ridges and troughs are. And it appears that the tropical tidbit site has been redesigned and it looks a little nicer now. So you'll see here, this is the trough that we're in. That pulls out. We start seeing the ridge develop a little bit in the east, a little bit of ridging. So I'm not seeing a tremendous amount of ridging. Somebody keeps commenting about big heat for us. Okay, it would probably be around this time frame that we see this huge ridge develop next week across the northeast. That could bring us some really significant heat. Uh, but it doesn't last for too long, and then a trough comes back into the picture. We can look at the European model and see that trough right there. Oh, we only have that much of it in. All right, I'm not gonna. There's not enough of it in. All right, we're gonna go back to GFS and look at what's going to be happening at the surface, I guess. Right now. So here's that high. That's brought us nice weather, nice dry air. That moves offshore tomorrow, and we have a more warmer, more humid flow come in. You can see some scattered showers that probably won't reach our area. Wednesday we may be dealing with some rain. Looks like in the east with the front, and then that front might get hung up to the south, and that may bring plenty of clouds our way for Friday and Saturday, and hopefully it gets out of here. Hopefully by Sunday. Hopefully, and here's that tropical system you'll see forming off the Yucatan, and it does develop it and kind of just meanders it there. It has it's so far out I can't even go really talk about where that's going to be going because it's going to be hard to say. Um, you can see though, here's that week when we start dealing with the heat. You see the high over the southeast. That'll bring us some heat, and then to develop something else. It's going to be a very active tropical season too. With all that's going on, we'll probably see some kind of tropical system impact us this year as well, because this year just seems to be everything going wrong. So we'll take a look at the east, and we will take a look at. Actually, let me go back to that for a minute. So we're going to go to the temperature anomaly, so you can take a look and see what's going to be happening with that. This kind of shows where the heat is. So it's going tomorrow. We're still below normal. Then things start heating up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we see a little more return to average over the weekend, and then things really heat up by next week there over the east. You can see, again, the worst of the anomalies are north of us, and then you can see there's a trough in the west. It's cooler in the west, and then we start seeing a return to normal, hopefully, after that. So hopefully the heat won't be too long-lived, but we're going to have a couple of days of it for sure. So we're going to, I guess, look at our temperatures and see where they're going to be going this week. Today, we're going to be having trouble to reach 70, especially with all these clouds. But then tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of clouds around, so I think it's going to be hard for us to reach 70. You can see here's the heat. That's the warm front right there. You can see it right here. I'm going to draw it. There's your warm front right here. So your warm front, here's your warm air, and that's warm, humid air that will be trying to head into the area. So as we go into Wednesday, you see it clearly overspreading the area, but we're gonna have a lot of clouds around, so I'm thinking that'll keep the temperatures from getting too hot. Probably mid 70s, the heat probably 80s over Jersey, and then gets a little hotter for Thursday, upper 70s, low 80s, and for Friday now we're in the mid 80s and maybe close to 90 in New Jersey. And then we start seeing that cooler air push into the area on the weekend there, you can see. But then we go in the next week, we'll start seeing that heat again, mid-80s. And, I'm concerned about what's all that's going on. The heat is going to make people even more restless. Here's Wednesday, and this is the day that we may see parts of our area hit 90, though it does have Long Island cooler. Hopefully sea breeze will keep us from hitting 90 that day. But upstate, inland, you're going to be at 90 or better. And hopefully by then things have reopened, because people need places to go to stay cool. If they don't have a place to go, it's gonna be a problem. So we'll look at the dew points next. Yeah. So the dew points in the 30s. You see the dew points come up a little more tomorrow. Still comfortable. Dew points in the 40s. And you can see there's that warm front coming through, and then the dew point shooting to the 60s. It'll be humid on Wednesday, but then on Thursday we start seeing some dry air try to push in from the north. You can see where the front kind of gets hung up and then returns back, and the humidity comes back for Friday. It looks like, though, the wind direction being from the south, that should mean more of a sea breeze. Wednesday would be the day that see that westerly component, so may not be as much of a sea breeze that day. Friday, there should be a sea breeze, And you can see that front slowly try to make it in, and then finally makes it in by Sunday. And we see the dew points drop. And then by next week, we have that heat and humidity coming back into the picture. Uh, now, which, like I said, we're in June. It's not all that unusual to see heat and humidity as we start entering June. Um, okay, so I guess we'll go look at the skies next. A lot more clouds than predicted on the model for the day. Tomorrow we're going to have tons of clouds. Wednesday, tons of clouds. Thursday, tons of clouds. And there's the thunderbolt siren if you can hear it. Friday, a little less clouds. That's what might cause it to heat up a little more. Saturday, tons of clouds. As far as our next clear day, it'll probably be Sunday. And this is next week, so I'm not going to go that far. You can look at the NAM. So here's Monday, tons of clouds. This is today, so you can see the NAM really picked up on that. It probably was clear early in the morning and the clouds rolled in. Tomorrow, yeah, there'll be some sun, but there'll be some clouds around too. Thicker clouds in the afternoon. There's Wednesday, so I guess we'll look at the rain chances now for us. So we'll look at the NAM. 12 kilometer. These are all the 12Z models, by the way. Obviously, we're dry today. Comes tomorrow. Yeah, the rain just evaporates. We're not going to see anything. Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday we're going to have to watch out for that being a potential wet day. There's a thunderstorm air complex that develops, that passes through, and then another area of rain. We're going to have to get, this is associated with that front that tries to make it through and gets hung up to the south. So I'll have to see. And it's not going to be a ton of rain. If we go all the way through the forecast here, let's see how much total accumulated precip is going to fall. Because it has been dry lately. Barely anything over Long Island. So it all depends where these thunderstorms develop, basically. That's where... look at the GFS too and see. Now, GFS is a little different. This is through Friday on the 12th. Actually, I don't have an... interesting. All right, I don't have all of this in. It only goes out to 138 hours, but as a GFS, that's that area of rain going more over Long Island, I guess. If we look at that, so as far as our next chance of rain, it's probably going to be Wednesday. So that could be your next serious chance of rain. And then we dry it out Thursday somewhat, and then we have a more chance of rain on Friday. That might linger into Saturday. Hopefully not. With that, it's dry. So, I guess that'll conclude. Well, I'll look at the windy.com site as well, which is the URL, and we'll just use this to take a look at the temperatures here. You heard another siren going off. I don't know what the hell's going on. So 60s basically across our area today. Yes, Tuesday. You can see the heat building in Jersey, but we're not dealing with too much heat on Tuesday. And Wednesday, this is when we start dealing with the heat, and this is a day where we might be there might not be that much of a sea breeze until the afternoon. I think the South Shore should get something. I mean, if there's a sea breeze today, there should definitely be a sea breeze that day. But the South Shore should definitely get something, but the middle of the island is going to be hot, probably close to 80 or above. South Shore around 70. So South Shore will be the place to be on Wednesday. And I guess with those temperatures, it's probably not. Another siren. I don't know what's going on. You may not hear it on here. I don't know. 78 in on the North Shore there. So this is Thursday, and you can see the heat being inland. Here's Friday. I'm not going to go any further than this. Look at the dew point. Let's see, it'll be humid Wednesday. Let's go to clouds. See why it brings the temperatures up so much on those days. So that's why I'm looking. Wednesday. Yeah, see, it has some clouds. It has some clouds. These are mostly high clouds. There's that shower. So if if there is activity, it'll be of scattered convective nature. It won't be widespread, but it's just from this front trying to move through, and it depends on how close it gets on Wednesday. So I think that's going to be it for this weather update. So thank you for watching. Climate report. I mean, I wish I had the climate. Hold on a second. Because it's like I want to know what happened with May as far as whether it was above normal or. Let me try this again. I'm going to try something else. This is what you call the preliminary monthly data. So I'll have to use this. This doesn't really. It's just preliminary though. So, and I'm just going to look at islip. Let's see. Preliminary average monthly 57.7. So we were 0.9 degrees below normal. Precipitation only 1.22. Very dry month. So we were negative 2.56 below normal. So that's pretty bad. Very dry month. All right, well, that's pretty much it. There's a ton of sirens going off, so something's going on out there. Probably another fire. Hopefully nothing done on purpose. So that's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.